what just happened? I'm still processing what I just saw. What was that? Like, what were we doing, guys? Like, that was absolutely a shocking performance. I'm still like thinking, what was going on, guys? That was a horrible performance. And to be honest, like 4-1 is a great scoreline. I was thinking it would be way more. The number of chances Sevilla got, like in the first half, they could have scored more than one goal. They were like breaking our defensive line every single chance they had. They just, our defense was awful. How can you like allow that much space in behind? It hasn't been a great team either. It's not like they've been on like a tearing pace, like winning a lot of games. They haven't been great either. And for a team like that, like a mid-table La Liga team, to be tearing up our defense like it's third division team is actually incredible. There was like so much time and space for them on the flanks. Like their striker just cut down the middle for one of the plays. He straight up just ran through our defense and he got a through pass and he was in on goal. Yeah, where do I even start? I think it's time for Araujo to leave the club, guys. I was never really a big fan of Araujo. Yes, he has a tall stature and we think he's physical and he's like, he can assert his dominance on the defensive end. But I think he's had like enough time to adapt to Hansi Flick's high line system, and it doesn't seem like he's gonna improve anytime soon. Like he's had a whole preseason, he's had the whole year, he's been healthy, he's had a lot of time to adjust, but he just makes like mindless decisions sometimes. I don't even understand. You just take a look at that penalty, all right? The dude was going away from the goal. Chesney had the near post covered. I don't see what is the need for Araujo to like put his arm around the guy's back. And if you give a chance to these referees in La Liga to, if it's a 50-50 situation, they're always going to rule against Barcelona. We all know that, guys. Let's just establish that. And I don't see why like Araujo had a reason to even give the referee a doubt. There was no need to put your arm around the guy like that, especially if he's going away from goal. And I think it's just been too many instances like that. Even throughout the game, if you see Araujo, it just seemed like he was out of it. He wasn't in sync with the rest of the back line. He wasn't issuing like, orders or commands like a center back would. You'd expect the captain of the team to like coordinate the entire back line, but he just seems out of it. He seems to react late to plays. There have been some instances where like the winger would cut the ball across the box where Araujo could have slid in and stopped the cross, but he didn't. It's absolutely shocking. And to be honest, the entire backline today was downright awful. You cannot allow a team to have that much room on the flanks to like make a run and that much space for a cross to go in. Absolutely horrible. Gerard Martin was absolutely horrible. Jules Koundé was, to be honest, none of them were that great. Kubarsi, he had a few good passes here and there. He did play one good ball to Rashford over the top. Kubarsi wasn't that great either. Our defense is looking really bad, guys. I'm not gonna lie. The high line is something where you have to be on it. The whole line has to be in sync. Everything has to be orchestrated perfectly. You cannot have like some people buying into the system and some people not knowing what to do. You're going to end up in situations like this. Sevilla had so many chances on goal, and it just seemed like, for some reason, our guys, like they lacked energy today. There was no intensity. There was no intensity of press. Sevilla had so much time to like pick out runners who were running on the flanks and even through the middle for that matter. It was shocking to see. I think Pedri and Frankie did have a tough game as well. Sevilla was closing down spaces in the midfield. They didn't have that. Nobody had a great game today. I wouldn't say anybody had a great game today. Dani Olmo, man. I know I dogged him in my previous video, but he's not helping himself. How can you justify a 60 million price tag for that guy? And he's just done. He had a chance today again with Rafinha and Lamine Yamal out. He could have been a protagonist in the attack today. He could have been setting up Lewandowski. He could have been, with his nifty little touches around the box, he could have done something crafty today and shown why Flick should count on him. But he's been really bad, guys. And so with this loss, this puts us back in second place. Real Madrid have taken back the first spot. And I think it's honestly a good thing that the international break is coming up. I think our players and even Hansi Flick just needs to take a break and go back to the drawing board, and we just need a reset, guys. Like, this kind of defense, forget like UCL, forget like going deep in the Champions League. We're not going to be able to even win La Liga. Forget anything with this defense. If you're going to let a mid-table team like Sevilla, who hasn't been great all season, just come in, like, launch attack after attack on your defense, and you don't know what to do, we're in for a long season, guys. That's all I'm going to say. So yeah, what did you guys think today? I was pretty shocked by the performance. I was hoping for like a reaction after that awful PSG game, but it seems like our guys let us down once again. I hope this is not a sign of future things to come. I really do hope like Hansi Flick fixes the defense and drills these guys on how to coordinate the backline better, because that was awful. Anyway, let me know what you guys think, and on to the next match. Visca Barca.